Hey, cousin Ken, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, bada boom, bada bing. All right. So we're continuing with our Boston.com franchise best teams. These are AP writers got together and kind of came to a consensus or whatever what each team's um, best franchise best year was. So this is kind of a one-on-one done tournament, and we're gonna jump right into it pretty quickly. Glad to hear you're doing well, cuz. Because I guess Edge Legends is going to be coming on around 10 o'clock or so. So this is going to be Randy Johnson. Tonight's going to be I thought it was the Seattle Mariners, but actually it's the Diamondbacks. So the 2001 Diamondbacks versus the 1927 New York Yankees. So Randy Johnson will take the hill for Arizona, and he'll be opposed by George Pipgrass. And let's do this. Let's do this. So looking here that looking like Arizona might have the edge in terms of pitching. Letting everything get loaded up here. There we go. All right. So I think this is the first time I've ever done in the entire existence of this channel the 1927 Yankees. Um, I try to avoid them because I think they're just so they're ubiquitous. They're everywhere, right? So, um, but this is what the AP writers picked. I would have picked the 1936 Yankees. I think I like that team, but there you go. Nothing wrong with the 27 Yankees, but again, this, my cats know the 27 Yankees. So um, I really hate this. I hope you can hear cousin Ken. So I'm getting this message at the audio bit rate. I don't feel like messing with this thing, so I got to find something better again than OBS. OBS just sucks. Hate it. All right, let's get into this. So for the visiting 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks in center field, leading off Steve Finley, batting second and first base Mark Grace, batting third and left field Luis Gonzalez, batting the cleanup spot in right field Reggie Sanders, batting fifth, third base Matt Williams, batting sixth at shortstop Craig Counsell, batting seventh and catching Damian Miller, batting eighth at second base Junior Spivey, and pitching and batting ninth Randy Johnson, who had a 21-6 record in 2001. I'm sorry, a 2.49 earned run average, 13.4 strikeouts per 9 innings, and 2.6 walks. For the hometown New York Yankees, leading off the Kentucky Colonel in center field, Earl Combs, batting second in left field, Bob Musial, batting third at first base, the Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. Batting fourth in right field, Babe Ruth. Batting fifth, catching Pat Collins. Batting sixth, shortstop, Mark Koenig. Batting seventh, push him up. At second base, Tony Lazzeri. Batting eighth, third baseman Joe Dugan. And pitching and batting ninth, George Pipgrass. A 10-3 record for the Yankees in 1927. A 4.11 earned run average, 4.4 strikeouts, pardon me, per 9 innings, and 4.2 walks. And on our way now to Yankee Stadium, and it is rainy and 63 degrees, and a wind blowing in from center at about 9 miles per hour. So here we go. So the computer obviously generates these lineups because we know that Babe Ruth always batted third and Gehrig batted fourth, but I'm not really doing any changing of any of this stuff. So here we are at Old Yankee Stadium, the house that Ruth built, not the doppelganger that's standing in the Bronx right now. All right, starting defense for the New York Yankees. In left, Bob Musial. In center, Earl Combs. And right, Babe Ruth. From first to third, Lou Gehrig, Tony Lazzeri, Mark Koenig, Joe Dugan, and catching Pat Collins and George Pipgrass on the hill. Steve Finley in there. Let's do a fly around of Old Yankee Stadium and get this game started and done. Remember, tomorrow night, Dwayne Mark's going to be doing Digital Diamond 13. Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one missing off the corner, and Steve Finley draws the leadoff walk for the D-backs. So we're underway here in the Bronx in this one-and-done tournament. And here comes Mark Grace. Mark Grace at 298 average, 15 home runs, 78 runs batted in, count even at 2. Mark Grace swings, high fly ball out to right field. Ruth and Combs converging, but Combs calling off Ruth, and he will make the catch. So one away, and getting back to first is Steve Finley. Luis Gonzalez steps in now. 57 home runs in 2001, 142 runs batted in, a 325 average for him. Steve Finley on first, 1 out. Top of the first at Yankee Stadium, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Pipgrass coming with a sinker there and picks up the strikeout. So 2 down here and brings up Reggie Sanders, who had 33 dingers in 2001. 90 runs batted in. Or 2001, yep. And here's the pitch. And this one is going to be an almost pass ball, or I don't know, it looks like they got crossed up a little bit, but Collins jumps on the ball, and Steve Finley will stay at first. So big play there behind the plate, Pat Collins, for these Yankees. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reggie Sanders strikes out on a knuckle curve. So Arizona leaves a base runner, and we will head to the bottom of the first inning, and the 2001 D-backs, nothing, and the 1927 New York Yankees coming to bat. Yeah, it certainly is, Clinton. Welcome in, bud. So I got the professor, and I got the, oh, Ken, I have so many names for you. Anyhow, got the 2 best guys in here that I could hope for, the most knowledgeable baseball dudes around. Starting defense here for the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks. In left field, Luis Gonzalez. In center, Steve Finley. In right, Reggie Sanders. Going around the horn from first to third will be Mark Grace, Junior Spivey, Craig Counsell, Matt Williams. Catching is Damian Miller and Randy Johnson. The big unit will face the Kentucky Colonel here, Earl Combs, leading things off in the bottom of the first for the Bronx Bombers of 1927. Here is the 2-1 pitch. Johnson brings it home, and Combs swings, and high fly ball out toward left center field, but camping under it, making the catch, is Luis Gonzalez for out number 1. Ken says his wife has a bunch of names for him as well. Oh my goodness. Love it. Maybe she and I will have to trade notes. All right, here's Bob Musial now. Musial, 8 homers, 103 runs batted in, 337 average for the Yankees. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Johnson brings it. Oh, and chasing outside. Bob Musial chasing a bad pitch out there. So Johnson trying to establish that strike zone. So 2 up, 2 down now for the Iron Horse. Lou Gehrig, 47 home runs, 175 runs batted in, a 373 average in 1927. 2-2 pitch to Gehrig. And Gehrig strike out. So that time, power versus power as Johnson brings a fastball, and Gehrig unable to catch up to it. Nothing across for the Yanks. We go to the top of the second. No score here in the Bronx. And Truth Horse Wilkie says, I think I'm done spending money on action PC games. I bought about all the baseball seasons except the 40s, decades, anything before the 1920s. Well, again, you know, you buy what you want to buy. So, if you talk real nice to our host. So, nothing wrong with dead ball baseball, my friend. Anyhow, good to see you. All right, Matt Williams, Craig Counsell, and Damian Miller do up here in the top of the second inning. Just glad you're loving Action PC baseball. It's going to keep you busy for a few lifetimes. Did you, I would say if you're not going to buy anything dead ball, maybe one more purchase you might want to get, you'll love it, is the Baseball History Collection. So, all right. Anyhow, Matt Williams, 16 home runs, 65 runs batted in, a 275 earned or 275 batting average for him. Count full, 3-2 to Matt Williams. And Matt Williams, taking all the way, will draw the walk. That was close. So Carson Crusher on at first. Pipgrass wanting the call and not getting it. That thing, you say opposed to say BT. I haven't checked that yet, Clinton. I will. I haven't been on Facebook to check, but I will. All right, here's Craig Counsell. 4 homers, 38 ribbies, 275 average. 2-1 pitch on the way. Runner goes. This one butted down the first base line. Only play will be to first. So Gehrig coming in and feeding it on to Tony Lazzeri covering. Arizona with one in scoring position, one down now for Damian Miller, who had 13 home runs, 47 ribbies, 271 average in 2001. 2-2 pitch by Pipgrass. Oh, check swing and strike 3. So fastball there from George Pipgrass, picking up his third K. 2 down now for Junior Spivey. 5 homers, 21 ribbies, a 258 average, and 163 at bats in 2001 for the Diamondbacks. Count full. Spivey swings, and this one could get down. Base hit into left field. Musial up with it. Strong throw to the plate, but they're not going to get him. The tag, safe. Matt Williams is safe. Junior Spivey with an RBI single, and the Diamondbacks grab an early 1-0 lead here. All right, so Clint has got another one going. Kaiser Wilhelm versus Red Ames. Nice. Giants have 2 base hits and 2 caught stealings. You gotta love it. Absolutely. Gotta love it. You better believe it. Dead ball baseball, baby. All right. Randy Johnson bats with Junior Spivey aboard. And 1 in here. Count full. Spivey was looking like he wanted to go off with a pitch, but it doesn't matter. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pipgrass coming with the gas that time again. But the Diamondbacks do pick up a run on the RBI single. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Arizona leads the Yankees 1-0. Babe Ruth, Pat Collins, and Mark Koenig duo. I'm not going to do Ruth / line in 1927. Everybody knows it. Here's a 3-0 pitch to the Bambino. Babe Ruth's taken all the way. So 4 straight pitches. Randy Johnson giving up the walk. All right, here's catcher Pat Collins, 275 average, 7 homers, 36 ribbies. Ruth aboard at first, full count, and this one, hard hit, ground ball, base hit into right, and Babe Ruth is going for 3, and he's got it. So the Yankees looking to answer here in the bottom of the second inning. Runners at the corners, nobody out for the shortstop, Mark Koenig. Koenig went yard 3 times for the Bombers in 27 with 62 ribbies, a 285 average. The 1-2 pitch. Koenig looks at a called strike 3, paint in the corner. So the big unit throwing that beautiful slider in there and getting Koenig to just freeze. All right, here's push him up, Tony Lazzeri. 18 homers, 102 ribbies, 309 average. 1-1 pitch. And this is going to be a wild pitch. And Babe Ruth will come in to score, and this game is tied. Yeah, we did go pretty late. Had a good talk about dead ball baseball and 19th century baseball and its wonderfulness. And, you know, I also had posed a question last night to folks why people kind of tend to avoid those eras. And it seemed to be the consensus for a lot of people was sort of lack of investment with the players. So, you know, again, you play what you love and everything like that. But it was good fun discussion. Had Paul on here for a while. Derek Bain joined us last night. Dwayne was on the mic with us. Sports Time Machine was here. It was fun. It was a small amount of people for a Saturday night Chinwag, but it was all good. But yeah, we went pretty long. All right, here's Tony Lazzeri, Pat Collins in scoring position, second base, 1 down. And the Yankees get a gift there from the Randy Johnson wild pitch that got past Damian Miller, allowing Babe Ruth to score. 2-2 pitch. Lazzeri swing and a miss. Strike 3. All right, so that one, little sinker there by the big unit, and that's strikeout number 4 for him. Here's Joe Dugan. Joe Dugan, 2 homers, 43 runs batted, and 269 average. This game brought to you by Ballantine Beer. Get it where you get bad beers everywhere. 2-2 pitch on the corner, strike 3. Johnson rings him up, picks up K number 5, but New York Yankees do get a cheap run. It's 1-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. And we're back at the top of the order for Arizona. Steve Finley, Mark Grace, Luis Gonzalez. Finley drew the walk. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And Finley's going to pop this one infield, third base side. Reeling it in is Joe Dugan. So one up, one down now for Mark Grace. Only one hit for each team thus far. Way outside, ball 4. So Pip Grass gives up the walk, his third of the game. Brings up Luis Gonzalez now. Count full on Gonzalez. Here's the wind and the pitch. Gonzalez cuts through this one. Nice curveball by George Pipgrass. That curveball away. And 5th strikeout for him. So these pitchers keeping pace with one another in terms of Ks. All right, here's Reggie Sanders now. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sanders swings and misses, strikes 3. Another curveball. So a walk and a man left, and we're still knotted at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. 1927 Yankees would seem to be the favorite in this game, but right now these teams playing each other tight. Little pitchers duel going on so far. They are 1-1 and 0. All right, it'll be George Pipgrass, Earl Combs, and Bob Musial duel up here in the bottom of the 3rd for the New York Yankees. Randy Johnson studies a sign from Damian Miller, has one he likes. The wind and the pitch by the big lefty. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And George Pipgrass will grab some pine. Change up there by Randy Johnson, recording his 6th strikeout, back at the top of the order now for the Kentucky Colonel. 1-1 pitch to Combs. And he swings, drilled into right field, base hit. So this one just over the head of Junior Spivey. And Earl Combs is aboard now for Bob Musial. Count, no balls, 2 strikes. Musial frozen by that one. Looks at a called strike 3. Slider that time by Randy Johnson. K number 7. 2 down now for Lou Gehrig. 0-1 pitch to Gehrig. And Gehrig, here's the throw down, and the tag. Musial is out of there. So that is it. We go to the top of the 4th inning. This game is going a very, very different way than I expected. We're knotted at 1. You drank Ballantine when you were 16. I hope they can, too. I hope the Diamondbacks can make a game of this. Braves-Reds coming up at Legend Sports Universe, I guess around 10 o'clock. So that's why I'm kind of going a little bit more rapid fire here. Good small crowd here, and I like it. I like it. Truth Hurts Wilkie says also bought 4 decades of the NBA and pro football, the 60s through the 70s. 60s through 90s, he meant to say. All right. So putting a little bit of dosh in Dave Cook's bank account. Always a worthy thing. Best customer service in the digital business. All right, it'll be Matt Williams, Craig Counsell, Damian Miller due up for the D-backs. 1-1 your score here in the top of the 4th in a one-and-done tournament. Pipgrass just behind Randy Johnson in strikeouts. 0-1 pitch. Matt Williams walked last time and swung on, and this one, Gehrig has it, takes it to the bag himself. Nice little tap of the bag there with the left foot by the Iron Horse. 1 away for Craig Counsell now. Count full on Counsell. Sacrifice bunt last time up. And big swing and a miss. So Pipgrass bringing the heat, and that is strikeout number 7. So Pipgrass keeping pace with Randy Johnson. All right, 2 down, bases empty for Damian Miller. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller swings, fly ball out into right center, but this one's going to have too much height, not enough length, and Babe Ruth on his horse to his right makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Diamondbacks and the Yankees are knotted at 1. And it'll be Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth, and Pat Collins, the 3-4-5 due up. Randy Johnson, full count now on Gehrig. Oh, Gehrig swinging at one just off the plate. Another fastball by the big unit. That one 95 on the gun. And here is the Bambino. Count even on Ruth. And strike 3. So Randy Johnson getting into a groove here. 9 strikeouts for him. Pipgrass with 7. Here's Pat Collins. Pat Collins owns one of the 2 Yankee hits in this game. Count full on Collins. Swung on. And this one, little tiny bloop job down toward first. And coming in is Mark Grayson. He grabs it. So the Yankees go meekly, and we go to the top of the fifth. We are still knotted at one. Truthhurst Wilkie says, "Have you priced a pound of hamburger?" I'm a vegetarian, so but no, $5.18 a pound at Sam's and $4.99 at Costco. Spent almost $30 on 5 pounds of hamburger that was shrinking. Yeah, wow, man, oh man, it's not any easier for vegetarians. I went to the store today. Literally bought 4 small bags of groceries, man, $73. Um, And when I think about that, I'm ready to say, let's stop this broadcast and let's start our new YouTube channel because it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Oh my God. So yeah, thinking about taking out a personal loan next week to pick up some groceries. So I'll let you know how that goes, what kind of financing I get, everybody. All right, Junior Spivey, Randy Johnson, and Steve Finley do up here in the top of the fifth. George Pipgrass with 7 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch on the way to Spivey. Spivey swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. Look at this fastball by George Pipgrass. And guys, that was a little, took something off that fastball. But 8 strikeouts, so just one behind Randy Johnson. Who'd have thunk it? And speaking of which, here is the big unit. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, there we go. George Pipgrass and Randy Johnson now tied in strikeouts, 9 apiece that time. And interesting, look at this. So Miller Huggins making an interesting move here. Pipgrass is done with 9 strikeouts, and he's done. So Miles Thomas comes on in relief for the 1927 Yankees. Kind of bizarre, but again, I just allowed all the settings for this to be just default modern era. So the AI is playing, I guess, like a modern manager would. Because since the years range in this particular tournament from 1902 to 2017, or 2016, I think it is. Anyhow, all for fun. Let's look at the real life stats here for Miles Thomas. Played from 1926 to 1930, mostly with the Yankees. Although he did have a little stint here with the Senators. And what else can we say about this guy here? 23 and 22 lifetime record for him. Okay, so rather unremarkable. There's some guys making thousands a month in their podcast. It's more lucrative than what you're doing, even for our love for the game. I know that. I mean, look, this is a channel it's never meant to make money, and it's not going to. I've got to ask myself, do I really have the voice? I don't have a good enough voice that people want to listen to for better thing, but I might just want to start it just to be an agitator anyhow. But yeah, there's certainly great money to be made out here on this, on YouTube, and it's just putting in the work. The problem is why I'd like to be able to be doing that full time, and so that podcast full time, and then this one for family here, the Beatles Borgata, if you will. I don't quite have the capital to just tell FedEx, I quit. I'm going to go be a full-time YouTuber. So that's something I have to build to, but I do want to do it. I definitely want to do it because silence is complicity. So I appreciate that, my friend. All right. Reingold for Clinton Parks says, for me, when they came in a 4-pack for 89 cents, that was a long time ago. You can't get 4 beers for 89 cents anywhere now. God. All right, so interesting choice here by the modern day Miller Huggins. I guess we'll put it that way. All right, here's Steve Finley, and again, I'll let you know when the lone Diamondback that has a hit comes up. 1-0 pitch. Miles Thomas has finished his warm-up pitches. 1-0, of course, and Finley swings, and this one flown very high out to left field. Bob Meusel makes the catch, and that is it. 3 up, 3 down. Maybe Pipgrass was injured. I'm not sure. Anyhow, let's go to the bottom of the 5th inning, moving along quickly. I don't want to keep Legends waiting. We got some time, though, about 25 minutes. All right, it'll be Mark Koenig, Tony Lazzeri, and Joe Dugan due up. It's a 1-1 score here. This is incredible. Randy Johnson and George Pipgrass were tied with strikeouts. Huggins pulls Pipgrass, so now we start all over for the Yanks. All right, Koenig, nothing for one. Only 2 hits for the Yankees on the day. Koenig has struck out twice in this game. So strikeout number 10 for the big unit, and here's number 7 hitter Tony Lazzeri. 2-2 pitch. Johnson deals. Lazzeri swings, and he tattoos this one to right. And back. And this one is gone. So push him up, pushes that ball out into right center field. And the Yankees take the lead 2-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tony Lazzeri, 430 feet. Let's have a look at it. 103 off the bat of Lazzeri on a sinker. And there she goes into the cloudy, rainy skies of the Bronx. All right. Touch them all, Mr. Lazzeri. And here's Joe Dugan now. The wind and the pitch. Dugan, first pitch swinging, hard ground ball to third, and played beautifully on the hop there by Matt Williams, and fires across the diamond to get Joe Dugan. Score that one 5-3. 2 down, and here's Miles Thomas, and he will bat for himself. 1-0 pitch to Thomas. Swings, and there you go. Looper over short into center, base hit. So the Yankees pick up 4th hit in the game. And there's our Royal Rooters. Those guys, I think this is what the Royal Rooters would have sounded like. So let's roll with it, even though they would have never rooted for the Yankees. Or in that time, the Highlanders. Let's go with it. All right. Earl Combs, we're back at the top of the order. 1 for 2 in the game. 1-0 pitch. Combs swings. Grounder to second. This should end the inning. Fielded easily there by Junior Spivey, and that retires the side. But the Yankees pick up 1 run on a home run by Tony Lazzeri, and the 1927 Yankees lead the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks 2-1. Miles Thomas will face the 2-3-4 in the lineup for Arizona: Grace, Gonzalez, and Sanders. 2-2 pitch on the way to Mark Grace. And Grace swings, lined hard into right, base hit. So 2nd hit for Arizona in the game. Grace holds first. And here's Luis Gonzalez. Truly the power in this lineup, but 0 for 2 today. And now we've got yet another Yankee reliever. So Joe Girard in there now. We'll look at his stats if he stays in. 3-1 pitch from Girard on the way. Gonzalez showing bunt. So there you go. It seems like the Yankees manager playing modern baseball, and the D-backs playing a little dead ball tactics with their number 3 hitter and their biggest home run hitter trying to bunt. Interesting stuff. Full count. Gonzalez swings, and Looper, little soft liner there to second base, and Lazzeri gloves it for out number 1. Looks Grace back to third. Grace getting back quickly. All right, here's Reggie Sanders now. Nothing in 2 attempts. 1-2 pitch to Sanders. Sanders, late swing called, or late swing on that. Strike 3. Fastball there from Joe Girard, picking up his first. And brings up Matt Williams. Matt Williams, nothing for 1. 1-2 pitch. Williams swings, and this is going to be a little Texas leaguer into right. And not stopping at second. Going for 3 is Mark Grace, and he's in there standing. So Arizona looking to answer here in the top of the 6th with 2 down. Craig Counsell, nothing for 1. Matt Williams at first, Mark Grace at third. 1-0 pitch. And this one, wild pitch, getting away from Collins. But Collins able to get to that ball. 2nd time that's happened in the game. But the D-backs unable. Just not enough speed for Grace to get home. All right. We rewind it here. 3-0 pitch. Counsell holds up, and they say he did not go around. And now the Arizona Diamondbacks have them all sold out. So bases jammed here for Damian Miller, nothing for two. Grace at third, Williams at second, Counsell at first. Gerard Barron down and ready to deal from the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. Damian Miller strikes out with the bases loaded. A huge opportunity for the Arizona Diamondbacks goes by the boards, and we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. The 1927 Yankees holding a very slight edge over the 2001 D-backs, 2-1. And the 2-3-4 hitters drew up Bob Meusel, Lou Gehrig, and Babe Ruth. Meusel nothing in 2 attempts. 2-2 pitch on the way from Randy Johnson. And let's just make that strikeout number 11 for Mr. Johnson. And nary a seagull in sight as Lou Gehrig steps in. Nothing for two for the Yankees' first baseman. 1-2 pitch on the way. Gehrig swings. This one is going to go roll the way back to the wall. The throw down there. And Gehrig is in there. So on first base. So a drop K. Damian Miller chasing it to the backstop, and Gehrig is on first. Brett Prinz now will come on to pitch for the D-backs, so Randy Johnson's day is done. Prinz, 4 wins, 1 loss in 2001, with 19 walks, 27 strikeouts, a 2.63 earned run average. All right, thanks guys for hanging out with me for a little bit tonight. Appreciate it. 0-2 pitch on the way. Babe Ruth, crossed up there, was not what he was looking for. Strike 3 on a slider there by Brett Prinz. So 2 out. Gehrig remains at first, and here's Pat Collins. Count full. Collins, hard hit ground ball to first, and Lou Gehrig has to go about 2 steps and touches the bag for the 3 unassisted putout. Let's go to the top of the 7th inning here, guys, and it's the New York Yankees 2. The Arizona Diamondbacks 1 in this one-and-done tournament of teams nominated by Associated Press. The link to this article is down in the comments on Boston.com. Pardon me. And here is former St. Louis Brown Urban Shocker. Urban Shocker, 18 wins, 6 losses for him in 1927 for the Yanks. So Joe Girard's day is done. A 2.83 earned run average. Now this guy, these are some stats. Certainly, both are worth looking at here. And I help to look at his pitching stats, wouldn't it? And here I was, my mistake, calling him a. I don't know where it's even getting these abbreviations here, but played from 1916 to 1928, 187 wins, 117 losses lifetime. A 3.17 earned run average, fed 983 batters over his career, with a career high of 149 in 1922. All right, back to it. So Urban Shocker will face Junior Spivey, and looks like Jay Bell, and then Steve Finley. So Brett Prinz will be batting in the 5 slot. This game, I did not anticipate this game to be this close. 0-2 pitch to Junior Spivey. Oh, this one just nips the black. Collins looks like he might have framed that just beautifully, just perfectly. A Van Gogh, if you will. All right, here's former Bucko Jay Bell. So staying in here to play third. Jay Bell making his first plate appearance in the game. 248 average in 2001 for the D-backs with 13 homers, 46 runs batted in for Jay. Urban Shocker has the sign from Pat Collins, full count. And Jay Bell swings. This one blooper out into second into shallow right. And Tony Lazzeri will make the play for out number 2. Back at the top of the order, Steve Finley, nothing for 2. 3-1 pitch on the way for Finley. Finley swings, a number in front of the mound. Pat Collins up with it, throws to first, and they get him. 7th inning stretch time, 2-1 your score. All right, and Clinton tells us here after the last chords of the chorus to take me out to the ball game waft into the rainy Bronx night. The Turkey Mike Donlin, a 2-run single in the eighth, give the Giants the win and even their record. All right. I like having that. It's sort of like Clinton. What's going on around the league? I love it. It's Turkey Mike Donlin. There's a guy that couldn't decide whether he wanted to be an actor or a baseball player. Um, wonder what it would have been if he would have had his mind on baseball. But, you know, hey, ladies' man, so you got to do what you got to do, I suppose. All right, Mark Koenig, Tony Lazzeri, Joe Dugan due up for the 1927 Bronx Bombers. Koenig in the game is nothing for two. 0-1 pitch on the way now. And Koenig swings this one room service to second base, and Spivey has it for the 4-3 putout. All right, here's Pushima, home run in this game. Put the Yankees on top in the fifth, 2-1. And here is the pitch by Brett Prinz. Lazzeri swings. This one is seeing eye single up the middle, splitting him in half. Lazzeri making a very wide turn at first. Looks like that ball might have taken a little bit of a bad hop on Spivey, but nonetheless, clean single. And here's Joe Dugan, nothing for two. And the 2-0 pitch with one down. Dugan swings. This could be a 2-ball. 4, 6, 3, and they turn it. The inning-ending double play, and the Yankees go quietly. We head to the top of the eighth. It's still the Yankees 2 and the Diamondbacks 1. Corey Highfield joining us. Yo, Beatles in chat. Reds sweep the Buccos this weekend. I know, man. He says Hunter Green was dealing today. Yeah, Buccos are just hurting, man. What can I say? So we now have sole possession of the cellar. We were sharing that with, or we were down there with you guys. But good job to the Reds, man. Although it's not too hard to beat the Pirates this year. What I'm hoping for this year is the past 2 seasons we had a good, strong first half start. What I'm hoping is we just maybe May this year we start coming on. But go Reds, man. Go Reds. Way to go. Yeah, it always sucks getting swept, man. You know, those losing streaks, they build up on you, right? All right, so they're guarding the lines in the infield here. Outfield playing deep. It's going to be Mark Grace, Luis Gonzalez, Reggie Sanders. 3-1 pitch on the way to Mark Grace. And Grace swings, line to short, and Mark Koenig brings it in for out number 1. I think they'll be better, but you know what? I knew we weren't going to. We're not in contention. We got to spend some money to keep Paul Skeens there. What I'm worried is Bob Nutting is just going to hold on to him for a few seasons, and then when he can go into free agency or whatever, yeah, we're going to lose him. We're going to lose him to the Dodgers or the Mets or somebody like that. So, once again, Pittsburgh ownership proving that the players you should be building around, you're not, and you're letting them go. So, anyhow, here we go. My God. My eyes. Blue Jays are going to force an American League, says PSCP. Yep, I think you're right. Yeah, they have some bats, so. Yeah, I wish we could keep Paul Skeens as well, but I'm not crossing my fingers, believe me. Puh. All right, back to it. Remember, coming up on Legend Sports Universe here, in about, well, since this game's over, but yeah, so this game will probably be over before he goes on. 10 o'clock, he thinks. It's going to be Reds and Braves in that awesome league that he's doing in MLB The Show 22. All right. 0-1 pitch on the way. Gonzalez lined out to second his last time up. And he swings, high fly ball center field, right into the glove of Earl Combs. So the Kentucky Colonel does some recon and brings it down. 1 away now, or 2 away for Reggie Sanders, who's nothing for 3. Urban Shocker to deal. Sanders has struck out his last time. First pitch swinging and hard ground ball to second. Antonio Lazzeri has all day to make that play. So the Yanks go quietly. We go to the bottom of the 8th. or I'm sorry, the Diamondbacks go quietly. We go to the bottom of the eighth. Yankees leading 2-1. And we have a pinch hitter now for the New York Yankees. Ray Morehart. So in 1927, a 256 average, a home run, 20 runs batted in. And I've been thinking about it. So this channel's been around since 2017 or 2018. I've never done the 1927 Yankees on here, so this is weird. That's pretty weird for a lot of people. Yep, 1927, Corey, as selected by Associated Press. Pretty close game. I'm having fun with this one though. And 3-1 pitch by Morehart, the hitter. I'm sorry, and flies out to deep left to Luis Gonzalez. So one away now. We're back at the top of the order. Earl Combs 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Combs swings and absolutely crushes this to right. Open the window, Aunt Minnie. Oh, no. No. Oh, my goodness. So it looks like the wind blew that one back in. Thought it was out of here. So Sanders able to get to that ball. Wow. Let's look at that one again. I thought that was an open the window, Aunt Minnie. But I guess it almost just bounced off the old window sash. Look at that. But good play right at the wall. And especially because the right field porch here in Old Yankee Stadium, and I assume New Yankee Stadium, that wasn't that far from home plate. Not Baker ball small, but it wasn't deep out there to the right field porch. All right, 0 for 3 for Bob Musial. 2 down here. When we go to the top of the ninth for Arizona, we'll see Prinz, probably a pinch hitter for him, Craig Counsell and Damian Miller. 2 away here in the Yankees' eighth. And we have a little bit of rain falling here in New York. And now the umpires are saying play ball. 2-1 pitch here to Bob Musial. And Musial lines this one out to right and played perfectly by Reggie Sanders, who didn't have to move at all. The Yankees go in order. We head to the top of the ninth inning. Last chance for Arizona, or they go home. Rubio Durazzo will be pinch hitting here in the number 5 slot, and Bob Shockey will come in and look for the save for the New York Yankees. Shockey, 2 wins, 3 losses in 1927, with 23 strikeouts. And Shockey will face Durazzo, Counsell, and Miller. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and here is the delivery. Durazzo swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away, Yankees 2 outs away from advancing. Craig Counsell now 0 for 1. Yankee juggernaut not showing up today, but maybe getting enough to win. Grounder to short, taken on the nice bounce by Mark Koenig, and he will wing it to first. All right, David DeLucci is up. So Arizona down to its last out here, top of the ninth. DeLucci, 10 home runs, 40 ribbies, a 276 average. Shockey peers in, has the sign for Pat Collins. Yankees lead this one 2-1, top of the ninth. And the 1-2 pitch. And DeLucci strikes out, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are out of it. And the 1927 Yankees move on. So looking at the line for the 27 Bombers, only 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Diamondbacks, 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. Only 1 home run in this game, and that was by Tony Lazzeri. Earl Combs was caught stealing. There was only 1 double play. So this was just a a good, tight defensive ball game for the Yankees. 2 runs, 5 hits. Again, 2 5-0 and 1 3-0 for the D-backs. So D-backs, nothing to really be ashamed of. And in fact, if you look here, New York went much deeper into its bullpen than did Arizona. Interestingly, Pipgrass pulled with 9 strikeouts. Randy Johnson had 12. So this one started out as a pitcher's duel. So Randy Johnson tagged with the loss. Miles Thomas gets the win. Bob Shockey gets the save. And in a losing cause, the player of the game is Randy Johnson. Let's leave this. Let's look at the... oh, that's all right, John. There will be others. There will be others, my friend. Pardon me. All right, so far, in our tournament. The 1976 Reds have moved on after defeating the 1970 Orioles. You just saw the 1927 Yankees eliminate the 2001 Diamondbacks. The 1948 Cleveland Indians um, will move into round two after defeating the 1994 Montreal Expos. The 1986 Mets dispatched the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. Moving on, I forget what damn year these Astros are. 1998. 1998 Astros taking care of the 1942 Cardinals. And finally, in a really good game, probably the best one we've had on here so far, in at least this tournament for Out of the Park, 1982 Brewers defeat the 1965 Twins to move ahead. So, still a lot of baseball to play. Um, so we got the 2015 Royals against the 1902 Pirates still to play. The 1929 A's and the 2001 Seattle Mariners. The 1917 White Sox, pardon me, against the 2007 Rockies, I believe. I can't remember all these. 55 Dodgers against the 1993 Jays. Tampa Bay Rays are going to be locking up with the 1912 White Sox. So a lot of good games still to come here in round one. Whew. So, oh, he is. Well, let's look up Rachel Reynolds and let's see if he has done well. Okay, let's see if he's done well. Mr. DeLucci, we're gonna check out your wife, huh? What's her name? Rachel Reynolds. Okay, see what she looks like. Why not? Cousin Ken Castro, always keeping us up to date with what's really important in the game of baseball. All right, what does she look like here? Hmm, interesting, interesting. Um, yeah, not too bad. Here, I'll bring this over so you guys can. So there we go. This is purely educational, of course. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, not bad. Kate Upton, I think I'm sort of more of a Kate Upton fan here, but yeah, not bad at all, huh? Not bad at all. All right, good on you, lad. Too bad I never was a good baseball player. Oh well. Forgot to give you the answer. Trivia question. Yes, you did. John DFW says he's going to Alpharetta, Georgia next month. Do you know if I can visit APA headquarters and buy products? Hmm, that's a good question. She's 42. No, she looks good. Just just yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying she looks bad. She looks very good, as a matter of fact. She also looks like she could kick my ass. So kind of scary. Oh, John Goodman. Oh my God. All right, that was a great trivia question. Truth or Wookie says, sad news today. Former Reds and Astros second baseman Tommy Helms passed away. Ah, may his memory be eternal. Truth or Wookie said he was fortunate enough to see him playing at Old Crosley Field. Wow. Oh man. Nah, she looks good, cousin Ken. I just think that of the baseball guys, I would probably rather have Kate Upton, but still not bad. Can't be choosy, right? Yes, you can at certain hours, and when you arrive at the convention, John Herson will take orders and bring the product to you. Man, I wish they were still in Lancaster, cousin. I'm not even 45 minutes from Lancaster, where I'm staying right now. Now they got to be all the way in Georgia, because I would be down there. What's up, John? What's up? What's up? Yeah, 1966 Rookie of the Year. So Tommy Helms, memory eternal. Dwayne Marsh, just in time here at the end. So Dwayne, your 1927 Yankees defeated the 2001 D-backs 2-1, and neither Ruth nor Gehrig hit a home run. It was actually Tony Lazzeri that went the only home run in that game. So Ken Castro said he had a great conversation with Tommy Helms back in 2001. Sad, sad, sad. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna check, see if Legends is ready to get, if he's already ready to rock over there, and we'll cut out. So I don't see him on here yet. A lot of people over there. Dave Gardner's channel is 39 folks over there. I don't think Legends is one of them though. And Steve Tate is doing ice hockey right now. For those of you that might be interested in that, so YouTube community bustling tonight between those two channels and the community. Yeah. So not sure what times Legends is coming on. He said about 10 o'clock. So just kind of waiting for us to see if he will pop in here. So we'll just continue here for a minute. So Clinton Parks says, Martz, your 27 Yankees asses suck canal water. Ooh. And Dwayne Martz graciously responds with laugh out loud. Thanks, Clinton. Truth Hurts Wookie says, I would say going to that APBA convention would cost you about $1,000 for 3 days. Always wanted to go, but hate driving. Would rather buy games and have something to show for. Yeah. So Ken Castro telling Clinton that all the Yankees games on Dwayne Martz's channel are rigged. So, what would be the dangerous combo, the dangerous, the terrible twosome in the booth would be Sports Time Machine and Dwayne Martz. They are like beyond, like, although I mean Dwayne has also his Braves, but big Yankee fans here. So, Dwayne's so funny. He says that's nice of you. John says Beatles finished your 1993 drive for the pennant, 3 games behind the Giants. Now playing the 1967 World Series at the Red Sox. Awesome, John. That is so cool. Clinton talk about real baseball, manly baseball. So yeah, that's that 1967 Red Sox team is fun. And congrats on the 1993 Braves. Drive for the pennant is tough, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm checking here. I'm keeping check on here for Legends and seeing if he's on yet. And he didn't say exactly at 10, but I said okay, I will get on here really quickly and get done, which I did. So there was an arson attack on the home of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's governor, Josh Shapiro. That's really shitty. But you know what? I mean, although I like Shapiro, you don't. I mean, it's getting out of hand. Both sides. Just man, oh man, we need a breather, huh? So we'll see what happens there. Because I mean, on the other side, here's this kid. This teenager killed his parents in an alleged assassination plot against the current president. So, man, we're just going nuts here, which is why I want to do that. An idea that Truth Hurts Wookie and I were talking about, but we'll see. Doc Newton versus Jimmy Diver next. All right. Well, guys, there we go. I guess. Well, you guys chat here for a few minutes, and then we'll get out. I'm hoping that Legends will just come in and say, "Hey, dude, I'm ready to rock and roll." People need to breathe deeply and take their meds. No kidding, right, John? Really, just things are just going all sideways. So to take a break from it all, I'm rewatching Sons of Anarchy, which, considering how crazy things are right now, Sons of Anarchy is pretty damn tame. Thank you for that, Clinton. So, post 1969 or 61 batch, Yankees are pitching awesome, says Dwayne. A 2 ERA through 7 games. Wow. So, so Dwayne, for tomorrow night for your game, are you gonna like are you gonna play a game? Are you going to just kind of show off some new features in Digital Diamond? Or is this gonna be like all surprise, and at the end we're gonna have just bring on the dancing girls or something like that. So that'll be tomorrow night, guys. No indication at all that Mark Cohen is going to be pushing back the release date, which is good. So Digital Diamond Baseball 13 due out tomorrow. I think you can only buy it on Steam now. I don't know if you can actually buy it directly from Mark. So, but if you can, either way, get the game. It's going to be awesome. And Dwayne Martz, our Digital Diamond guru, is going to take us deep into the world of the beautifulness of version 13. Dwayne says he's not sure. He definitely wants to play a game. Inform says it will be released tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, and tomorrow's the rare Monday I have to work, so I go in from 4 o'clock. Pardon me, damn it. To 8:30. So normally I'd be, hey man, I'm gonna be here. Like it's released now. Download and install it. I'm gonna be there. But if you do decide to go on early, I will definitely catch it after. But hopefully, I am hopeful, my friend, that it will be a little later in the evening. But whichever. I've been looking forward to it. Big. This is going to be a big update and playing Status Pro baseball again, man. Cannot wait. I guess that's it. That's it. So I want to thank Dwayne Martz, YouTube Network, Clinton Parks, John DFW, Truth Hurts Wilkie. I'll be reaching out to you, man. Ken Castro, Heart and Soul of this channel, the Professor Clinton Parks. Corey Highfield was here with us also tonight. Thank you, Corey, as always, for coming in. PISTP, PISTP. Thanks, man, for coming in. Appreciate you. It's been a minute since you've been here. I can never say your name. That's why I have to spell it. Ken Castro, first one in here tonight. So, did I say Corey Highfield? I'll say his name again. So you guys have to work, as you'll be sitting with a coffee, watching a college baseball game this week, hopefully. Sounds good, cousin. You deserved it. You guys are welcome. You deserved it, brother. You earned it. You earned it. So, until next time, gents. Probably won't be any baseball tomorrow night if I'm glued to the screen watching Dwayne and his machinations and arcane gestures and anything else that I can't think of Digital Diamond. Don't forget there is a game at some point coming up tonight. Legend Sports Universe Franchise Stars Baseball League Season 4. All right. Thank you, cuz. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you around the batting cage.